welcome back to my channel. Today's video is gonna be taking you guys along with me through a few fallish days in my life. Honestly, my fall days aren't that different from my regular days, but we're gonna try to make this video as fallish as possible. Anyways, it's like 12:30. I already went to one class today, and now I'm back at my dorm, and I actually have a lot of homework to do, so I'm gonna be doing that. But I also need to go buy some stuff later, so we're gonna go on a little shopping excursion, and I also have another class later, but I don't really have too much planned for today, but I'm gonna try to be as productive as possible. Okay, I just finished my work. I'm gonna go to CVS and buy the stuff that I need to buy. I'm nervous it's gonna rain because it looks like it's gonna rain, but like the weather doesn't say it's gonna rain. But earlier it started sprinkling, even though it said it wasn't gonna rain. I don't trust the weather app. They're always lying to me, but hopefully it doesn't rain, because if it does, I might cry. I don't like going outside in the rain, and like I don't want my hair to get messed up. Okay guys, so last night I started reading Flawless by Elsie Silver, and I only read like 3 chapters, but I just need to tell you guys that I'm reading this book and my initial thoughts so far. Honestly, I don't have too strong feelings. I will say it's like funny to read this book. Okay, let me give you a brief synopsis. We have a cowboy. Well, he's a bull rider. His name's Rhett, and he does it professionally, and he is known as like a bad boy, and he gets in trouble with the media and is basically on the verge of losing all of his sponsorships. So his PR manager is like, we need to fix this. You need to get your act together. I'm giving you a personal publicist / babysitter to watch over you and make sure you don't get into any more trouble, because like if you lose all your sponsorships, literally your career is going to be over. So enter, what's her name? So enter Summer, the publicist babysitter person, who also happens to be the PR manager agent's daughter. So yeah, you can see where that goes. So far it's been kind of like funny reading this. Okay, I've never been interested in cowboys ever, and I think it has largely to do with the fact that I grew up around cowboy-esque people. Like I grew up in Tennessee, and everybody there is very country. Like all the guys wear their boots. There are a good majority of them who wear cowboy hats for fun. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but that's just how it is there. And they all have their country accents. So it's funny reading this because Rhett like kind of embodies that, but I've always like, I don't want to say I've always been icked out by it, but like I just was never attracted to it. So like me reading this, like I'm reading about how he's dressed, and I'm literally like, I feel like I'm back in Tennessee. But also it's funny because this takes place in Canada. Like I didn't even realize like Canada had like country aesthetics up there. And the guy Rhett, he said that the cowboys like in his area don't have country accents, but he spent enough time around cowboys to like perfect his country accent. So I guess like sometimes he like turns on his like country flair when he talks. I don't know how to feel about this book. I really have no thoughts besides like cowboy. That's all I'm thinking. But right now I honestly don't know how much I'm gonna actually love this book, because I don't know. I've just never been attracted to cowboys, and I feel like everybody who reads this series says that. Like every time I hear someone talk about it, they're always like, oh, I've never really been attracted to cowboys. I never thought about them like that until I read the series. That's how I am, but I for real don't think like this series is just gonna like make me want cowboys, because again, I kind of grew up around cowboys. So if I don't like them now, I don't think I'll like them ever. But I don't know, it's a romance book. I feel like with romance books, I'm pretty easy to please. So I'm sure that the guy Rhett is gonna do something really sweet, and then I'm just gonna be like, oh, I love him now. I love cowboys. I love this book. But that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. I'm gonna keep reading this. Okay guys, it's a lot later, clearly, but I've had like kind of a busy day, but at the same time like nothing vlog worthy. Like I just went to my classes, then after my last class I went to go get dinner with a friend, and it's like 7 o'clock now and I really don't want to go anywhere, so I think we're just gonna have a chill night in the dorm, which I love. Might want some more Gossip Girl or Supernatural, I don't know, because tomorrow's actually Halloween, so I feel like Supernatural fits the vibe of Halloween more, so I might just do Supernatural. Anyways, that's what's going on. I'm gonna take a shower real quick and then get on with the night. Okay guys, I'm back. It's actually like 2 days later and I'm getting ready for the day. Let's do a little get ready with me, show you some of the products I use, and we'll talk about what I've been doing for the past few days. Okay, I started using this e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I've never used primer up until this. I can't really tell if it's making a difference, but I'm using it anyway. So yesterday was actually Halloween, and I know you're probably like, why didn't you film Halloween? Honestly, I was just like super busy, and I don't like filming when I'm super busy because I don't know, it just makes my day like more overwhelming. But I had 2 classes yesterday and then I just hung out with friends that night. But oh my gosh, guess who I met? You probably won't guess because it's someone so random. Wait, pause. Now I'm using the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. This is like my favorite foundation. Well, I guess it's a skin tint, but potato. Anyways, but guess who I met last night? I met Matthew Gray Googler, which if you don't know who that is, he was in Criminal Minds and literally he plays like one of my favorite characters ever, Spencer Reed. I can't believe I met him. I can't believe I saw him in the flesh, and I literally just met him like on the street. Like me and my friends were taking pictures and I was the one taking the picture, and I saw him like in my peripheral vision. I saw that he was about to walk in front of the camera, so I was like, oh wait, there's a person coming. I look over and I'm like, that looks just like Matthew Gray Googler, and then I do a double take and like, wait, that literally is him, and literally this was my face. Imagine me holding a camera. And then I just started pointing at him because I was like, guys, that's Spencer Reed. Okay, pause. Now I'm using the Hydrating Camo Concealer by e.l.f. We are an e.l.f. household. Anyways, like, I love New York. You just see anybody on the streets. He's technically the second celebrity that I've seen, but he's the first celebrity that, like, I actually like and know and care about. On, like, the first week of school, I saw Rachel Platten. I don't know if you know who that is. She's a singer, and she sings the fight song and, like, a few other songs you might know. But she was, like, really, really popular, like, 10 years ago maybe, and I didn't even recognize her. My friend just recognized her because she used to love Rachel Platten, but we stopped to say hi to her, but like I didn't really have any sort of like emotional connection to her. But ever since then I've been trying to find, like, not find, but like I've been wanting to like see a celebrity that I for real like knew and loved, but like I always miss them. Like a few days ago, I don't know, you might have seen this or maybe not, I don't know, but Timothy Chalamet showed up to this Timothy Chalamet lookalike contest, and the contest was literally like in the park that I walked through every day to get to class, but it was a Sunday, so I didn't really have any reason to like go through that park. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have seen him because like there were so many people, but I missed him. Okay, pause again. I'm using the Airspun Loose Face Powder. This is so weird, like the order I do it. I put it under my eyes and let it sit for a second, and then I move on to my blush, which is the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush, but I do 3 dots, and then I take this brush and blend it. I need to wash my brushes. I don't think I've washed them since I've came to college, so like 2.5 months. Okay, so I blend that in, and then I put the rest of my powder on. What was I talking about? Okay, yeah, Timothy Chalamet. I miss seeing him. There was a supermodel in the park too. Her name's Alex Consoni. I think that's her last name, but she was in the Victoria's Secret show, and it's so funny because I literally saw the crowd like around her. It was in the park again. I was walking back from class. I literally see this crowd. You could tell there was a celebrity in the middle, so I was like, oh my gosh, there's definitely a celebrity in there, but how am I supposed to get through the middle? And also I just got out of class. I just want to go lay down. So I go back to my dorm, and then like an hour later I talked to my roommate, and she was like, how big are you on supermodels? And I was like, I mean, I know a few here and there. And then she showed me this picture, and as soon as she like showed me the picture, I was like, oh my gosh, I've seen her. I saw her in the Victoria's Secret show. My roommate also saw Gaten Matarazzo just on the street, and my other roommate, I remember one time she saw Big Sean in Times Square. But like literally me, I'm over here, I keep missing the celebrities. I know Penn Bagley, I don't know how to say his last name. He was in New York a few days ago, and a lot of people saw him. I love Gossip Girl, and I love you, and I like watching like clips of his podcast, so I was like, man, when am I gonna see someone I like? And then yesterday I saw Matthew Gray Googler, which I can't believe I just saw him out in the wild. What is life? Anyways, now I go in with this Wet n Wild blush. I put it on top of the blush that I already put on because I always feel like after I put on my powder, like the powder low-key like cancels out the blush and it just doesn't look as blushy. So I just put a little bit of that on, and then I do my eyebrows. I use the e.l.f. brow lift gel. Once again, we are an e.l.f. household. I really don't do anything crazy with my brows. I just put on this stuff and brush it. Alright, and then I go in with the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara, which is the one that I bought the other day. This is my favorite mascara ever. If you've never used it, go use it. I low-key feel like I'm getting sick, especially like after last night. Like, I've never spent Halloween in New York, so I didn't exactly know what to expect, but literally there was so many people everywhere, and that's saying a lot because there's already so many people everywhere in New York. So it's like regular New York on crack. But I feel myself like getting a cold now. But the plan for today, I don't really have much of a plan. I have one class at 2 o'clock. It's actually 11 o'clock right now. I always sleep in on Fridays because I have a 2 o'clock class. And I don't really have too many plans. I need to get food. I'm like starving. I don't know if I should go to Dunkin again or if I should like eat actual food. Oh my gosh, today's November 1st. I just realized that. Like, I knew it was November 1st, but it's just hitting me. I don't know. Maybe we'll go out, walk around, go get the Halloween decorations before everybody takes them down. Okay, and then I put on, surprise, surprise, my e.l.f. lip oil. I just got this color the other day, but I got this one because the color was Screaming Fall, and I love it. I love a good natural lip color. But yeah, that is the look. That's what I do every single day. I'm gonna get dressed, and then we'll see where the day takes us. I'm gonna get food, but before I get food, I want to open these packages that I got yesterday because literally, as I said earlier, I was so busy yesterday. Like, I did not have time to open these packages, and I already knew what was in them. So it's like, whatever. But I got some books. You guys can't see, but I'm excited. Okay, first I got Beautiful World, Where Are You by Sally Rooney. My last video was a bookish vlog, and I talked about how I wanted to read another Sally Rooney book. So here she is. I'm low-key kind of scared because I read Normal People. I love Normal People. It's like top 5 favorite books for sure. And I also read Conversations with Friends, but I didn't really like that book that much, but I think it's mainly just because I couldn't really relate to the characters. So we'll see how this goes. Next, I got Heartless by Elsie Silver, which is the second book in the Chestnut Spring series. As you saw earlier, I'm reading the first one, so I was like, okay, let me get the second one because I'm sure I'm gonna want to read it. I don't even know what this is about. I think this whole series like follows these brothers and like their relationships. I don't know, we'll see. And then in this other bag, I don't even remember what it is, if I'm being honest. Oh, okay, these are like so random. I don't know which one to start with. Okay, I got Scarred by Emily McIntyre. This is part of the Never After series, which is like a series of like dark romances that are also like Disney retelling. So I read the first book, which is called Hooked. It's like a Disney retelling of Peter Pan, except the villain gets the girl. That book, I honestly loved that book, and like how Emily McIntyre really made it into a Disney retelling. She would like just sneak in like little Disney Easter eggs within the book, and I just thought that was so fun to see. So I want to continue the series. This is a Lion King retelling. I don't really know too much about it. It sounds interesting. I'm very excited for this book. Okay, and the last book that I got, A Bride by Ali Hazelwood. I talked about this in my last video in my bookish vlog, how I wanted to read this because I feel like it would give off Halloween vibes, even though it's not Halloween anymore. But it's like a romance between a vampire and a werewolf, which I don't really know too much about. I literally have never read like any supernatural book like this, so I just want to see how it is. I've heard good things about it. But yeah, these are the books that I got. If you've read any of these, let me know how they were. So I just like hearing opinions about books. Okay, I'm gonna get food. I love books.